Indonesia has officially suspended the trading of stocks, bonds of state-owned construction company Waskita Karya. The suspension of trading was made official in a letter released by the central custodian of the IDX on the 15th of February. Now, according to that letter, Waskita Karya's trading suspension was due to the company's delay of its payments on debts, or more specifically, delay on the 15th interest payment of its shelf-registered bonds in 2019. Although the letter was released on Wednesday, Waskita Karya's shares were officially suspended since the first session of trading on Thursday, the 16th of February. Waskita Karya recently received approval from investors, though, regarding the restructuring of payments for two bonds valued at 2 trillion rupiah. The company's vice president corporate secretary said that with the payment restructuring, he hopes that it will not be long until Waskita Karya's stock trading suspension is lifted. Waskita Karya has indeed been riddled with many issues, including a corruption scandal involving its former head commissioner, former director, Bambang Rianto. Rianto was named a corruption suspect for allegedly approving the liquidation of supply chain financing funds by using false documents. Rianto claimed the funds were to be used to pay back the company's debts, but the payment of debts allegedly never happened. All right, now let's take a look at the Indonesian stock market today. On Friday, the Indonesian composite index was flat with a small increase of 0.05 points. For the full report and analysis, let's turn to Mercy Wijaya, who is reporting from the Indonesian Stock Exchange.
IDX composite was flat at 6,895 as investors digested more economic data out of the United States and more hawkish commentary from the Federal Reserve. The LQ45 index in Indonesia was up 0.09%. The top losers were Tower Bersama Infrastructure, Indo Semen Tunggal Prakarsa, and Medco Energy International. The top gainers from LQ45 index were Bank Syariah Indonesia, GoTo Gojek Tokopedia, and Bank Tabungan Negara. Yesterday, Indonesia's central bank decided to hold its benchmark interest rate sitting at 5.75%. Would it be enough to beat the Federal Reserve rate hike that potentially could be 50 basis points in March? Yesterday, St. Louis Federal Reserve President James Bullard said he backed a 50 basis point interest rate hike at the central bank's previous meeting, after United States January Producer Price Index rose 0.7%, higher than anticipated 0.4% increase. This has pressured the movement of rupiah. Today, rupiah has depreciated 0.34% to 15,210. Meanwhile, crude prices were also down more than 1%. WTI was at $77 per barrel, down 1.8%, and Brent dropped 1.6% to $83 per barrel.